So AH will be getting sued again. How do I know? Well, the people closest to her have confirmed that she is indeed writing a tell-all book. Now, what makes this especially interesting is apparently they weren't supposed to be confirming this yet. You can tell, too, because they and another person that is close to this, they talked about it as well. Both of them deleted it. And this follows up AH's own lawyers. You know, the people that are supposed to caution her not to do things that will get you sued, doing the exact same thing. You and I, we're going to talk about this today, too. Oh, man, fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. So apparently somebody has indeed decided they're going to get sued. And what's interesting about this subject is in the past, we have had discussions about this tell-all book. I mean, it made the national media circuit, but AH's team, whenever they were asked about this, they wouldn't comment. So they were telling you pretty much, yes, this thing, it does exist, but we're not going to go on record. We're not going to tell you anything about it. We're going to pretend that there's deniability while it looks like planning this move. Now, though, they accidentally confirmed that this is going to be real. And the source right here, Dr. Proudman, isn't just some random person that has decided they're going to speak about this case. Now, if you look at their own posts, at their own pictures that they put online, you'll notice that they tell you that they're friends with AH, friends with people like Eve Barlow. I mean, that says plenty about what's going on. It says plenty about their access to this subject and their next move, deciding that they were going to ghost this, which was interesting because, like I said, there wasn't just one person that decided to make a statement like this. There were actually two people with access in that AH camp. Both of them decided that they were going to remove these comments. So it gives you this impression, yeah, maybe they're not supposed to be talking about and confirming this subject at all. But the internet, it always remembers. Now, a lot of what she has to say was, of course, spin. She was trying to make it sound like AH had won something in the courtroom, but what she says when you read between the lines here, yeah, you can tell why she deleted this. And I imagine she got a message right from go when this thing popped up saying, hey, abort. Somebody, they're not going to like this at all. But listen to this here. AH is reportedly going to write a book. I always love this, too. They note, reportedly going to write that. Like they don't have access to the person themselves. They wouldn't have heard about this from them. And then they tell you, what a lot of Depp heads don't understand is she won a settlement that gives her a right to speak. Yeah, that's not how that worked at all, by the way. And what's sad about this is a barrister talking here. But hey, you know, whatever. Spin, right? That's all that she wanted. That's all any survivor wants. A voice to share the truth. Be prepared for a lot of truths to come out. Now, what's interesting is that this lines up with exactly what AH herself had to say when talking about this settlement. So it seems like it's something that comes straight from her. I mean, you notice this isn't an act of concession. There's no restrictions on me or my voice going forward. So you notice she brings up her voice. She brings up the same talking points. And one thing that she makes very, very clear in all of those statements, she does not plan on going away ever. This stuff, it's going to continue on and on. And the way that you continue this, the way that you get a payday, that's with a tell-all book. There will be a publisher out there that will take it. In fact, there were discussions about how she had been offered $15 million. I couldn't confirm that, but you had so many sources online, mainstream media sources, that were saying, yes, this exists. And you had a source within the AH camp talk to OK Magazine and say this behind the scenes. Quote, AH considers her career in Hollywood over. She's already in talks and is excited about it, talking about that tell-all book. That's what that it is. At this point, she has nothing to lose and wants to tell all. And well, she does indeed have things to lose. I mean, again, getting sued after getting off the hook with that, yeah, you got a lot to lose there. But according to this insider, the actress is quote-unquote broke and not in a position to turn down money, which is why she's embarking on this new venture. Now, something I found personally interesting about this is that outside voices, lawyers, authors, and more, they would caution AH not to do this. Quote, JD and his attorneys will be reading and listening to everything that AH states. If she crosses the line, which is likely, there is no question that will be hit with another defamation suit and will end up right back in court. And the thing that's not being considered here, that's just JD in a defamation case. That doesn't consider somebody like Adam Waldman. Adam Waldman could bring one if he wanted. Anyone else that is brought up, they could bring one as well. And typically, even if your lawyers are giving comments in the public saying, hey, we don't have a comment on this at this time, behind the scenes, they have a lot to say. And what they would say is, you don't want to do this. I mean, this is a bad idea. But AH's lawyers, yeah, not so much. Why? Because they're writing their own tell-all books. I mean, we already saw one come out from Jen Robinson. If you don't know that name, by the way, that is somebody that was connected to the UK case. They were brought up again and again, talking to a co-conspirator organization by another lawyer. So they were in it, and they were in it heavily. Well, when you look through their tell-all book, they make actionable statements as well. The kind of things that will get you sued, pointing fingers at people like Adam Waldman. I mean, you can see it right here. Waldman later admitted to having leaked a heavily edited version of a recording of an argument JD and AH had about DV in their relationship, in which AH admits to having hit him. Her evidence, by the way, was that she supposedly, she acted in self-defense. Now, this goes on, too, and it points fingers at JD. It points fingers at Adam Waldman. It points fingers at people like yourself and myself, too, blaming you for every ill out there. Again, this is the kind of stuff that'll get you sued. And these are the people telling AH, yeah, about that book. About that book, indeed. It's coming. You watch them. They've already been shopping that thing around. They confirmed it on accident. Oopsie. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. As always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. You want to go further? You want to help out the channel? Links are in the description. We could always use your help too. And Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I hope you enjoy these holidays. Thank you too. Thank you for everything you've done for this channel. See you soon.